Fed by natural thermal springs, it was built by the Romans in the 1st century AD. One of only 2 surviving Roman baths that still have hot water running through them. Nearby is the Royal Crescent, a terrace of luxurious homes built by wealthy Londoners 1500 years after the time of the Romans. Keen to sample the curative properties of Bath's natural hot springs, they came, they saw, and they brought their Georgian architecture with them. The town's distinctive honey-hued Palladian buildings contribute to Bath's unique air of timelessness and make it a favourite filming location for period dramas. Thanks to the popularity of shows like Downton Abbey, the world has developed a taste for the trappings of a simpler, more leisurely age. Here on the country lane.
Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube vlog. And today we are going to visit the city of Bath. We're just going to have a fast tour on what the sites are. If you can see the intro video, it's showing what Bath is. And right now we are in front of Bath Abbey. This is a church of the Anglican Communion, but previously, before the dissolution of the monasteries, this is a Catholic monastery or church which was founded by an English saint, a martyr of the faith, and also revered under the Anglican Communion, Saint Alphege. And if you can see, there's a Christmas tree, so it was taken at around Christmas. And I'm not really sure if the flickering is brought upon by the camera or it's really an effect on the light bulbs on the Christmas tree, but it looks quite nice, right? Yeah, it's as if there are lots of fireflies on the Christmas tree. But on a summer day, I've seen in the province that fireflies can really settle on a tree and the tree will look like this if there are lots of them. And let me just sing to you some Christmas songs while you look at the Christmas tree. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in one horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow, the one horse open sleigh. Deck the house up, da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell, na 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 na. Then later on this video, you will see a small clip from the Bridgerton Netflix series. So in the Bridgerton, some of the scenes are shot here in Bath, and Going back to a few seconds in the video, you can see a clothes shop. This is the Bridgerton video.
Of the Baron Featherington. 3 misses foisted upon the man.
You can see the Royal Crescent. So we are here right now in the Roman Circus in Bath, near the Royal Crescent. And this is Gay Street, which goes to the square. I think that's, let me just remind or remember. The square that we're going to go to is called Regent Park, yeah. And that area is where the English writer Jane Austen once lived. I don't know if you know. I don't know if most of you know who Jane Austen is, or are you even interested to know who she is. But yeah, she wrote Pride and Prejudice, and she's a well-known female Victorian era writer on,
and that would be quite slippery.
yes, if you can see a part of the video when I was shooting in front of the Abbey, you can see
no plow yet.
people,
I think
or you can see a shop that's closed. Yeah, people are still, or businesses are still trying to recover. Tourism is trying to recover still from the pandemic and this cost of living crisis. So we're walking, and it snowed on that day, starting around 4 in the morning.
Yeah, this is Gay Street,
And
around that
it's
square
quite
is where
slippery.
Jane Austen,
The snowfall was quite heavy, and they did not expected it, they say, so they were not able to put salt or treat the streets and the pavements with salt. Bath is quite an expensive city. It's quite nice, but real estate here and rent is quite high. Like a 1-bedroom, 1-kitchen flat will cost you around 695 to 800 pounds. So it's just like how much it costs in London. And since this is a tourist spot, you'll be amazed how the price is comparable or the same to what you can buy in Leicester Square, in Piccadilly Circus, and in central London. So we are approaching Regent Park. And just a trivia, the stone that is used to
Jane Austen,
make this
several
not Victorian
part of the
era,
square.
Georgian, So most of
13th
these
century.
buildings were made during the Georgian era. So the three Georges. There were three consecutive King Georges. So it was
I'm not sure if I'm going there.
built on
No.
or during the Georgian era, and it's built out of a material called batstone. Batstone is a kind of limestone, which is a trademark of this area because the limestone has a higher concentration of sulfur, giving it this slightly yellowish tinge. And one facade of the Buckingham Palace is made out of batstone, which came around this area. So the park or the square that we just looked at is called Regent Park. So we're walking back home, and let's just have a look at the Regent Park. And one of these houses in the vicinity of Regent Park is where Jane Austen spent the last years of her life.
You remember if you're from
And
Oslo or Bolhoan.
This is a look at the Royal Crescent on a
This is also a UNESCO
spring.
heritage site, this building. And this is older than the Bolhoan Church. Okay, I'll come back and turn on the camera once we're in the city center.
Then we are in front of the Sainsbury House. It's called Sainsbury House because this was once owned by the guy who founded Sainsbury, the stores. So it's just a look on how the house is divided during Georgian era or the Georgian times. So this is a video capturing life in Bath High Street.
For the seamlessness of how the camera in the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 works. I haven't adapted well yet with the iPhone. So we're back to using this for the meantime.
Yes, you can see here some of the
I'm not sure if my
high
voice is
street
being
stores,
heard.
signature brands, and there's banks, NatWest, Metro
Recording.
Bank,
It's
which
a
will
problem
just show
that I
you
have. My voice
telecoms,
is not heard
EE,
clearly. I'm not sure if I'm going
O2,
to
Vision
hear
Express, and later on there's also Marks and Spencer, TK Maxx, and all is still
Usually kaning mga kuan dere.
trying to
Taga bukid man yung uban dere.
start life after or start life living with this pandemic.
Monster, ana. Ang daming mga dere sa farmers
Then
market.
we have a quick look at the farmers market, and you will be surprised in a way because some of the products in the farmers market they completely grow it on their own, but some of it came from Spain and other countries.
Because this is waterproof. So there's no need to worry.
I will just not comment much on that, but that's how it
Nagawa
is.
ko in my hood. This machine.
So that's Marks and Spencer. And there's the perfume shop, Claire's.
More expensive.
They say that during the Georgian era, this was like the place to be outside of London. There's also a place called Cheltenham Spa, which also became famous like Bath. But what I heard is the greatest concentration of well-preserved Georgian era buildings is located in Bath.
We're going to go inside here later. It's just that my goal right now is to go to the museum. Okay, so I'll just go to the museum first.
Yeah, defo.
And one good thing, and just don't be too relaxed, but one good thing here in Bath is that there are no snatchers or pickpockets. Unlike here in this in central London, that there's lots of pickpockets and someone can snatch your phone while you were texting outside, and I'm a victim to that. But yeah, I believe everywhere you just need to be alert, and also don't be too relaxed. So right now we're actually walking to Bath Abbey. This is where you will go from. If you will be walking from the bus station, you will go to the high
Oh
street,
dear, I almost slept.
or also the train station. The train station and the bus station here in Bath is located side by side, so it's quite accessible. So you get off from the bus or train station and you walk straight to where I showed you, and we're going now directly to Bath Abbey. There are other attractions here in Bath aside from this area. We have the Palladian Bridge. We have the Pulteney Bridge, which I will show you in my later videos. You know, it's just surprising when the archaeologists, the first archaeologists, were digging on Roman ruins. They
So
thought
we'll try
that
to go
Roman
later.
architecture is
There?
like
Yeah,
this,
that place.
white, washed, no
So
paint.
we're going to the museum right
But
now.
in later studies, scientists or
I hope my voice gets
archaeologists have
captured
said
clearly
that
with the
Roman
camera
buildings
that we are
and
using.
those marble statues, it's not white or whitewashed. They put some paint on it, so it's brightly colored. So if we bring an ancient Roman to see this architecture,
Okay, I'll remove.
for them they will
Ancient
think
Roman
that
pagan temple of
this is
Minerva
unfinished
and
buildings
Sulis,
because
the
there's
goddess
no
of the fountains, the
paint.
springs. So it's located there.
And
Actually, it's underneath this place. This
if there are
which was
paints
built
or
in
traces of paint remaining
18th or 17th century.
on the items that were
There
excavated
right now.
by the archaeologist, they washed
We go in there.
and they washed and scrubbed it together with the dirt, so it turned to have a color like this, or it lost its color. So going back, Bath is known for its hot springs, and I'm just thinking how to insert it. So way back then, during Roman times, this area in the church area, is actually quite large, including this building. This was a huge temple dedicated to a pagan goddess, the Roman goddess Minerva. Her Greek counterpart is Athena. So the Romans worship Minerva here, and they have a temple for her. And on this temple,
So
where
that is Bath
the
Abbey,
hot spring,
which was built at around
where there's a hot spring,
15,
people
they said 12 to
take a
15th
bath
century.
on the water.
And this is now under the Anglican
And
Communion, the Catholic Church. But this previously
They
is a
hope
Benedictine
or they believe
monastery,
that this water
or
can
a
cure them.
Benedictine run abbey.
And during
as
the
in,
Roman
this
times,
one's the
Roman
outlet of this
Britain,
abbey, Saint Alphege.
this area
Saint Alphege is
has a large temple
also an English
complex, the
martyr,
largest
the saint
in outside
the
of
Catholic
Rome,
Church.
the largest bath
Saint
outside of
Alphege,
Rome.
pray for us.
Then, so people way back
So
then,
let's have a closer look of
the pagans, they
12 to 15th
have
century
pilgrimages
abbey.
here to ask to ask favor from the Greek goddess, or not the Greek goddess, but from the Roman goddess Minerva. So in the Greek counterpart of Minerva is Athena. And when the Romans left, the buildings still stand for a couple 50 to 80 years. And then the plumbing became blocked. the building
I don't
collapsed
really have time to turn
because
around.
eventually they were
because
not able to
this is not what we planned.
keep it because they lost the technology.
But
The
let's try
knowledge
to go
of the
inside.
advanced plumbing from the Romans was lost. So we have went inside Bath Abbey. Inside this church, Edgar the First, which is considered to be the first king of England, was crowned inside this abbey. So that was Edgar the First.
Okay, we're going museum.
And we're going inside the museum, which houses the temple complex that was excavated. Before that, we're just going to have a look outside. Have a look. Have a feel of the place and people, what they're doing. Before the Romans came, the locals were already worshipping a pagan goddess called Sulis, and she's the goddess of the spring. But when the Romans came, they adopted the pagan goddess, but attributed it to Minerva. So the temple became the temple of Minerva Sulis, or the spring of Minerva Sulis. And inside this bath or spring complex, there were priests of Asclepius who were trained in taking care of the sick. They use the water, and they also have some remedies, massaging. Those the remedies that are available
No
during
worry, you can
the ancient Roman era or ancient Roman times.
And they can
And
too if they're okay.
they also interpret the dreams of those people who go and have a bath there, and also those who did a pilgrimage in the hope of getting healed. And yeah, the interpretation varies according to what they mentioned on the tour. It can either be about their illness or something as trivial as who stole something, or about love. And also, since people do a pilgrimage to this area, I'm talking about the pagans, pre-Christian era, they also have cursed tablets. The cursed tablets is if they hated someone, they will write it on the tablet. It's a piece of metal or a piece of clay, and then they will throw it to the spring. So they have recovered several items there, and it's on display in the museum. And if you will go there, you can also they have a small fountain inside. It's a clean fountain, okay? It's inside this building, and you will have a taste of the water. It tastes very metallic, to be honest. It's safe to drink. And it contains, if I read what's the content, because they enumerate what the content of the water is, and it shows that the water is rich in minerals. So it's like a dose of multi vitamins and minerals. Bold letter, minerals. And also, aside from the curse tablets, which I mentioned a while ago, if you have request to the goddess like success, or there's also letters or written on a tablet that there are soldiers thanking Minerva Sulis for surviving the expeditions that they were sent to. So this is the view of the spring. Actually, the spring is underneath. This is the main pool. Back then, you can take a bath on this large pool. However, in the late 1970s, it's not, sorry for saying that, in the 1970s, what happened was, I was told at first that someone drowned, a boy drowned here, but no, it was clarified by someone who really knows the place that the boy did not drown. The boy took a bath on the spring, and there's a bacteria, an amoeba, that entered through his ears, and later he contracted meningitis. Then it worsened, it became encephalitis, which is the swelling of the whole brain, and he did not survive that. So after that incident, they stopped people from taking a bath on that pool. So way back then, this has an advanced plumbing, heating, and when the Romans left, it was still standing, they were using it. It's just that things could no longer be maintained since they lost the knowledge on how to make it. So when the lead plumbing clogged up and the building have gone into disrepair and finally crumbled, so they have forgotten it. And if you can see, there's a church nearby or over. Actually, some part of this is under the church under the church ground. The reason of that is during the sorry about that. The reason of that is when Christianity came and eventually became the official religion of the Roman Empire, when there is a pagan site or area where when there's a pagan site where Christianity has arrived and Christianity flourished over the old pagan religion as a means of victory over the pagan religion, the Christians or the priest or the missionaries build a church over that pagan site. It's also a way of blocking evil and covering it by a church that is holy. I did pray some Catholic cleansing prayers upon going out of this place. I went in front of the church and prayed some cleansing prayers. There's no harm with praying, and I just feel kinda a bit off, or I felt weird when I went into the dark areas of the museum. There was a place where the priests of Asclepius do some offering to the gods, where they slaughter an animal, and also where they do divination, interpret dreams. After I came to that part, I just feel a bit off. It might just be my imagination. I'll show you that part later. I'm just trying to have a feel of what people are doing at this time here. I think I cut it off from the video. There was a part where I tried touching the water, and the guides became mad. They won't even allow you to touch the water from that pool. It might be because of the brain eating amoeba that caused the meningitis or encephalitis to that poor kid in the 70s. This is also another pool. But it's not filled with water. Yeah, there's the pool, if I'm remembering it correctly, there's the tepidarium wherein it has tepid water. Then there's also a pool with the cold water. So you go into the hot and then to a very cold bath or cold water. This is just a reenactment of what they were doing. On this is the female side. Of the bath, of the Roman baths. That is just a remnants of the heating system. So they also use the hot water from the baths to create a heating system to heat the floor. I'm not sure if this is the video where we go to the inner sanctum of the temple where the priest do the offering to the pagan gods and goddesses. But this part is already eerie. I don't like the darkness. It's quite eerie.
To się robią stalagmity.
This is the old changing room. Yeah, they have heated floors. And it's where they change attire. Yeah, I just sat and it's just I'm just looking at the people, observing them, what they're doing, and trying to imagine how the ancients, what they were doing here. Oh, so it's not included in this video, the part where we went to the inner sanctum. So I'll make another video about that. So we went into the store outside the museum, so there was a quick shot there. Well, what we did when we went to the store, and they were selling waters from the spring. It's clean water, not the water from the pool, which is quite greenish now. And this is just a quick look at the flea market beside the abbey. And again guys, thank you for watching and please subscribe to my channel.